When this sense of inclusiveness happened to me, I understood that being loving and compassionate is not an idea. To live in empathy is not some esoteric principle. This is the way a human being is made. If you do not identify with anything you have accumulated over a period of time, including your body and mind, you will be able to experience this. Enlightenment is not an attainment or an achievement. It is a homecoming. Your senses give you the impression that you are experiencing the outside, but you have never experienced the outside. When you realize that all you experience is within, that absolute homecoming is enlightenment. My life is just devoted to evolving methods so that people can experience this inclusiveness. If we truly have to create solutions that are relevant for all, an experience of absolute inclusiveness has to happen to humanity, and it is possible. The reason why everyone is not naturally enlightened is simply this. People have categorized the world into good and bad, God and devil, high and low, sacred and filthy, pure and impure, heaven and hell. These are parallel lines that will never meet. Once you have fractured this existence within yourself, there is no way to reach a state of enduring well-being and freedom. You have been told to love your enemy. If you first label someone your enemy and then try to love him or her, it is going to be torturous. Once you have fragmented creation like this, there is no way to arrive at a state of absolute inclusiveness. The problem is that human beings have lost a fundamental distinction between inward and outward, between their way of being and the way they transact with the external world. Transactions are different according to the nature of situation or relationship. However remote or intimate, transactions are always governed by laws or norms. But when it comes to our inner nature, there is only one governing principle, borderless unity. Our physical and social worlds are governed by boundaries. Our inner world needs none. To attain the ecstasy of borderless unity, which is our natural state, all you need to do is live by the guideline that all human experience is generated from within, either with the support of external stimuli or without. That is all. If you establish this within yourself absolutely, the consequences of your transactions will no longer be burdensome. What do we mean by this? People often ask me, maybe this is possible for you as a yogi, but how can we who live in the real world make our interactions free of friction? I remind them that I don't live in a cave. I also lead people. I do work around the world with millions of volunteers. This means they usually aren't trained for the job they're doing, and you can't fire them. Do you know how difficult it is to manage such a situation? By implication, my life should be the most burdensome, but you won't ever see me distressed because my way of being is not in any way enslaved to what's happening outside. This is not an otherworldly achievement. It is possible for everyone to live this way. If you still believe that someone up there is going to rescue you and solve all your problems, just remember that you are living on a round planet and one that is spinning. So whenever you look up, you are obviously looking in the wrong direction. In this vast, ever-expanding cosmos, what's up and what's down, you have no clue. Nowhere in the cosmos is it marked this side up. The only distinction you do know right now is within and without, although for the yogi, even this distinction has vanished. Thousands of years ago, a yogi appeared in the upper regions of Himalayas. He came to be known as Adiyogi, the first yogi, and it was he who bequeathed the science of yoga to 7 disciples, who later carried it around the world. What he imparted to these disciples was an unimaginably profound system of self-exploration and transformation, based on the radical premise that it is possible for a human being to evolve consciously. Unlike biological evolution, which happens without our conscious participation, spiritual evolution can happen consciously. All it takes, Adiyogi told us, is willingness.